Hey, what's up, guys? It's same old G. It's been a long time since I've done a video. I tried many times to record this one because for some reason I was not able to get my tone right and was not able to produce some good synthesis. So I hope this one's gonna be it's gonna be better. All right, so this is the end, the afterword, the conclusion of the HT series. I've been trying to organize, understand the different comments I received and the different way of seeing these three principles. These three principles I've mentioned in that series. Now, here's my conclusion on this. There was a lot of there was some good activity on the on in the comment section and all that in the series, and it gave birth to a really good article from Runeslinger, which I'm gonna sorry, which I'm gonna try to find and put the link below. But and he's describing it in a super precise and way better fashion than I will ever be able to do. So there you go. My understanding is that there was some good activity on the channel, but a lot of people they were just saying like, "Oh, nice, good topic." Oh, but they were not saying anything, right? So there was a lot of cheering, but not a lot of actual discussion and stuff. So I don't know. I guess the what I can understand from that is that there's nothing else to be said much. Like, people agree, right? They agree that talking to the players is not a good advice, because because it's basic, because we understand that we need to communicate. So it doesn't help much to mention that. Most people agree as well that playing the right game for your need instead of house ruling shit and GM fiating shit all the time is a good idea. So maybe most of the frustration you have at the table, for example, should find the right game, and most of them will be gone. Most people agree on that as well. So what am I supposed to do? Yeah, maybe just talk about something else instead of keeping the repetition going. So, and then there was the don't be a dick, the within law principle thing. I'm sorry. And this one, I mean, it's so obvious, it's so basic, it's so fundamental to human interaction that there was nothing really to be said about that as well. So, my conclusion, my afterwards, because I was asking a question, can we go beyond that? And at the beginning, the good news is that I think we can, and the good news is that at the beginning of the series, I was not sure if we could. I was like, nah, maybe there's nothing left to be talked about, but it's not true. There's actually a lot of stuff. Some of the good comments I received, they gave me example of stuff that doesn't fall under this principle. And the thing is that it's okay to break down this principle into the fine details of talking to the player. For example, how do you talk to the player? Like, how do you... So now you become like a communicator advisor on how you should talk to people. And if you want to break down what system you need to find and what game you need to play, then you become like a game advisor. Like, okay, this is what you need to do. So you need to look for a game that does this and that. And so it's okay to break it down that much. So therefore, there's always going to be a lot of things to be said. I was probably more aiming at the words we use when we vlog and we blog, right? Just these expressions, these talk to the players, right? It's just these sentences that are empty. They are empty and they don't mean anything. That was probably the most important thing I was aiming at, shooting at. And beside these three principles, there's also something else to be discussed. Is there's so many things to be still that doesn't fall. Like for example, like unboxing videos, reviews, talking about your taste, actual recaps, sharing experiences, just sharing experiences. Stuff like that. There's plenty to be still discussed. But when it comes down to a topic, and the video is you're producing like a 15 or 10-minute video, and all you're basically saying in many different kind of words you're trying to find is that you need to talk to the players, there is something that is not being done right. And I think that was the main idea of this series, and I hope it came across. And it doesn't have to be anything else, anything more than that. Actually, it is just what it is. Like, if we want to go a little deeper, as a community online on YouTube and all that, in the podcast community as well, we need to stop just taking these three paths and just actually like generalizing everything and just find the right game, or don't be a dick. That's basically what I was trying to say. It's the same thing when people say you just need to have fun. This is like the worst. Actually, this one I was really frustrated about when I first started vlogging like 4 years ago. This one was my maximum pet peeve thing. I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? We talk about games here. The whole idea is to have fun. And when you sit there and don't sorry Ed, bro, don't forget to have fun, dude. Like, man, this is what we've been trying to do. This is the reason why we do this. So this principle is not even a principle. It's like the foundation of all the gaming metaphysics. So this one should be there as maybe principle 0 or principle like X or something. I don't know. Anyway, so my conclusion is this: is just make sure before you vlog, or before you podcast, before you blog something, just make sure you're not actually saying one of these three things in other words, or even just plainly, like just fucking vulgarly saying it. Like, you really need to talk to the players. Like, just go and talk to your players. All right. So thank you very much. Honestly, there's not much to be said and conclude. The good news is, I repeat, there's still a lot of stuff to be said. There's plenty of different kind of topics that doesn't encompass these things. And maybe looking back on this series, it can also be used as a tool for newcomers or for people who are lost in the hobby on like how you want to keep it simple. If you really want to keep it simple, like these three principles are really like big generalization of what's the fundamental part of this hobby. The fact that you play with people, so you need to be ethical and communicative, and that there is a system matters. And I know a lot of people don't fall into the system matter category as well in the hobby. All the house rulers and the GM theater and all that, the cheaters and all that, they don't care about system much, So I know there's some people, but I'm not these people. I care about system. System is the most important thing to me. We play a game, we follow the rules, right? So maybe that's the bias I have in this series, especially for principle number 2. But it is what it is. So thank you very much for sharing what you guys thought about these three principles. I hope they brought something to the table for you. And yeah, I see you guys around. Talk to you soon. What the fuck did I just do?